Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Hello, everybody. This is Queen Keys with Jupiter Ascensions Tarot and Guidance. And we're doing another birthday reading today. So I figured I would let you guys see how I decide whose birthday I'm gonna do. But first I want to show you my candle. I made it, and this is my Love on Me candle. It has rose quartz, rawhide, and rose petals. The scent, but I like to say flavor, is vanilla rose, and it's all about promoting self-love, finding your inner peace, forgiving yourself, loving yourself, forgiving others, you know, all that. So when you burn this candle, you want to focus on self-love. This is not some type of candle to bring a lover in. No, we don't do that over here. Absolutely not. We're all about self-love and progression forward and stepping into who you truly are, finding yourself, right? Your path. So you can get this alone, or you can get it with the bath salt as a pair, or you can get it in a box set with some divinity beads, custom, so I'm gonna need your sizes, and it'll come with a bracelet, a pendant, a bar soap, a bunch of good things. I'm gonna link my Etsy below. But yeah, so let's get into it. Oh, and I also make these really cool chakra pyramids. This is not listed yet, but it will be. Right? So anyway, let's get into it. Okay, whose birthday reading are we gonna do today? Wow. April 7th, the day of enthusiastic belief. Okay, so this is Aries, and I believe this is second decan. Yeah. Cardinal fire, meaning like you start the shot, you start the fire, you call the shots. You're a thinker, you're a fire sign, but you focus, you have the ability to focus where you want to put your fire, direct your energy. You guys are really smooth with that. Okay, so it says strengths: positive, energetic, imaginative; weaknesses: impatient, irritable, and unrealistic. It says your meditation is, carpenters say, measure twice, cut once. It says, it is not uncommon for April 7th people to reach a point in their lives when they can spiritually progress no further and have to make a very big change. This can happen at their first Saturn return at about age 28 or around the age of 42, when both Saturn and Uranus are opposite their natal positions. If April 7th people pass through this crossroads well, they are capable of even greater success in their new life. They may feel less impelled to throw themselves at the world and instead allow the world to come to them. Even if April 7th people themselves are going through a quiet period, they are sensitive to the positive energy of others and respond to it. The more advanced individuals born on this day have the ability to channel and direct such positive energy towards social and religious goals. The spiritual life of April 7th people is of great importance to them and will often manifest in a religious attitude toward the world. Whether they actively practice within a sect or not, in this regard, however, April 7th people must be aware of turning others off with an unvarying optimism, which is not always shared. It is thus vitally important that they preserve a critical and objective capacity. In relationships, April 7th people often bolster feelings of self-worth in their partner and are very supportive in general. The danger is that the partner may come to depend on this enthusiasm and be shattered when it is one day withdrawn. April 7th people do well in public positions in which they can inspire others to higher achievement through their own example. They should continually work towards being realistic in their view of everyday life and must not be carried away by illusions. They should also avoid reacting in angry fashion if their expectations are not met by others. Less highly evolved April 7th people will give the impressions of dependability, but often prove unreliable when called upon in times of need. The reality factor of such April 7 people is low and their anger factor high, so that others who come to depend on them may be in for a nasty surprise. More highly evolved April 7 people will be as reliable as their enthusiasm promises, but may find it unmanageable to have too many people depending on them. When this happens, these April 7 people generally seek solitude, sometimes for extended periods of time. Interesting. So April 7th, this is the day of enthusiastic belief. So yeah, let's get into it. Looks like your advice: not everyone is as enthusiastic as you are, so give people a chance to react naturally. Don't overwhelm them with your energy and expectations. Also beware of denying others their personal right to choose. Your tarot card is the Chariot. That's what this book says. All right, this is the book, Secret Languages of Birthdays. I recommend everybody get it. I love it. All right, April 7th. April 7th. Okay. We're gonna do a little bit of life purpose. Gonna figure out the overall energy. We're gonna get some messages from your ancestors and guides. We wanna find out where you are right now. What's your current energy? What's the situation? Right, so first, let's get the overall energy. What's the overall energy for April 7th people? What's the overall energy for April 7th people? Well, Sun, Source. Okay, y'all seen how this fell out. I didn't do anything. It flipped right over my fingers. I'm gonna take it like that. I'm gonna read it both ways, okay? So we have Vesta with Hearth, card number 32 or 5. So there's some changes in, I don't have the book with me, do I? I do, yes. Yeah, we're gonna read on that. We got Vesta, but I'm getting like your passion. It's in reverse. It was in reverse. So there's some negative changes happening in somebody's energy levels or their passions or something like that. Dignified and strength. A 13 or 4. So we have 5, 4. Dignified and strength was in reverse. So somebody is descending from a throne. Then we have 37 with descendant and invitation. This was in reverse too, so 10 is the ending. It's the ending because something was reversed or not accepted. Because if you're uninvited, invitation, the reverse of invitation is uninvited. Uninvite. Let's read Vesta. Thames is on, Free My Mind, and it's 9/11. Somebody's having a rough time. There's definitely an ending. Yeah, but 9/11 is meant to shake things up, to shift a focus, right? Vesta calls you to be a hearth fire, to share yourself for the benefit of all, but still have enough energy left to give healthfully, and give again another day. The second largest and brightest asteroid between Jupiter and Mars was named after Vesta, oldest goddess of hearth, home, the family, and the center of a strong community. The fire in her temple was never allowed to go out, and the fire in the hearth of every home was sacred to her. She did not get involved in politics or misadventures of other gods. Action. Evaluate yourself and your life. Each human's task is to help reduce the total suffering on Earth and increase the total joy. Your joy and suffering matter as much, neither more nor less, than anyone else's. Do not burn yourself up for another cause, nor withhold your warmth, but share what you have to offer. This is not a situation where you need to take sides. Come back to center, to the flame, to your hearth and your core values. Focus on the center flame instead of the personalities involved. Vesta warns you to share yourself rather than sacrifice yourself. Your hard work at holding the situation together may be ignored or taken for granted unless you know your worth. So in reverse, maybe somebody was getting involved in stuff that they shouldn't have been getting involved in. They should have been minding their business. And maybe somebody is having some difficulties at home or in a community or a group of people. Yeah, you want me to read Dignified? Sure. I don't mind. It's short, which is good. A planet is at its strongest when it is essentially or accidentally dignified in a sign or placement that aligns with its nature and adds strength. For example, Mars is the most Mars-like when in Scorpio or Aries. The two signs it rules are in Capricorn, which is the strong sign of leadership. A dignified planet is like the soccer player who happens to be out in front and free in the exact right place to receive a pass. So somebody wasn't where they were supposed to be. Somebody might have partnered up with somebody that took them down off their throne. Your voice matters. Trust that you are what's needed here at this moment. You are in the element and at the right place at the right time, so you have an advantage, but it's up to you to make a choice and run with the ball. Dodge the obstacles and look for the opportunities just beginning to emerge. Have faith in yourself. You have what it takes, even if you don't know it yet. It's up to you to tap in your potential and find the resources within. So somebody is being advised to take a moment, take a breath, and realize the position that they're in so that they can use their environment to maneuver the obstacles and find themselves. Play to your strengths. Use your contacts. Sing the song that best fits you. Do so with humble respect for the process. This situation is strong enough for you to fulfill your potential without stepping on another person to get ahead. The wind is with you, but will not do the work for you. Take the lead, do your work, and bring team along with you. So it's something about doing things the right way. And actually doing the work, the shadow work, figuring out how you got here. Okay, the challenge. It may be tempting to take over. Yes, it's time for you to shine, but bring everyone along with you rather than dominate them. You may be left high and dry once this game is over. For weeks, months, or lifetimes, you have prepared for this moment. The muscles you have built in body and soul and understanding you have occurred and needed here at this time and place. So there's a chapter coming to a close, like I said, and it's time for you to do something different. You know, realize that no one is beneath you or above you, that kind of thing. Maybe that's what got you here. Descendant. While the ascendant describes how you enter the world, the descendant is the place where you invite equal others to come into your world. It describes how you see these pairs and what you project upon them and what you were trained to respect in them. So somebody has a warped view of other people. The descendant is where the sun would be at sunset. Action. Look at how you invite others to dance with you, to relate. Be welcoming while also keeping healthy boundaries in place. Once you feel comfortable about your ground rules for the people you bring into your life, it is easier to open your heart. Maybe you opened your heart to the wrong person. Maybe you weren't comfortable around certain people. Maybe you weren't inviting, or maybe somebody wasn't inviting to you. If you notice that you keep people at a distance or avoid meeting new people, investigate this habit. Though it may have been important to protect you at one time in your life, consider how it is working for you now and what would help you feel safe enough to open this door. I'm getting root chakra, inner child work, right? Maybe that's why you look at people a certain way. Also notice in what areas of your life you ask other people to do your work for you. The descendant can point to what you might try to import from other people. While this practice can refer to an important skill in a work situation, it is dangerous in personal relationships. If you feel disempowered, you might be drawn to powerful people. If you are an extrovert who inwardly craves emotional and spiritual intimacy, you might draw in someone who helps you cozy up at home. It's wonderful when others can help you develop latent characteristics within yourself, but if you ask them to do this work for you and they leave, there goes your resource. If you see them as only an extension of yourself, you can't really see them. When you develop your own resources, you can see these others as whole beings with their own needs and gifts. So somebody's codependent because whatever happened in their childhood. Okay, so clearly somebody's vision was distorted. All right. Tend You give your power away when instead of working together, you ask others to be what is missing in yourself. Interesting. I'm gonna read that again. You give your power away when instead of working together, you ask others to be what is missing in yourself. Tend to the inlet to your heart. Invite in relationships that are clear, healing, nurturing, self-responsible, and encouraging of mutual evolution. It sounds like somebody got their panties here twisted up in a bunch, and maybe they're having a tower moment because of the wrong people around them. They had the wrong idea about certain people, right? And it looks like you didn't have the strength to do the right thing. And like I said, passion, right? Passion is at the top of the deck. And there's painting. So maybe somebody has to start from scratch. The moon, perception. I ain't lying, y'all. I ain't lying. Alliance. I'm really not lying now. What did I say? A partnership. What else? Expand. Let me get one more. Clarify. So somebody is changing their perception. Maybe finally realizing where their passion is. Maybe their passion is with the Sagittarius, right? Maybe they want to be in a partnership, and they're finally getting clear on it because you got moon energy here. So that's, you know, you have to follow your intuition when your sight is being messed with. Can't see right. Yep, balance. Somebody's realizing that's where their balance is with this person in this partnership. Yeah. Okay. What is April 7th people current energy? April 7th. What is your current energy? One more. Bottom of the deck, lovers, choices, twin flame. So the video cut off because I don't know how to use my phone. I thought I bought more storage, but I don't know where these videos are being saved to. I don't know how to do it. But yeah, so during this pause, I noticed that there's a lot of rainbow colors here for chakras, right? And then the reverse, maybe somebody likes to dibble dabble in the same sex. I don't know. But here's lovers, sudden wealth, right? And then bad health, toilet neighbor, expectation, distant horizons, mature man. So maybe somebody chose somebody and they thought that they was getting a good deal, but they ended up being in bad health and overworking themselves with the expectation of something good, but what's coming to them? With the expectation that in the distant horizon in the future that a mature man and a community who, a mature man who might be a part of this community, or this community was thinking that they could get unexpected income or something. I don't know, but something didn't work out with a child in a house, the pathway. Somebody got a message about a child. Somebody got a message about somebody who's in a childlike energy. Could be meeting a wealthy man. Child, y'all would know, not me. What actually came out first was a gift. With 17, occupation. With 34, adjudication. So 8. Somebody's receiving something. That they worked hard for. This is your current energy. So maybe the gift is you'll be able to work on whatever situation that you got yourself stuck in. Okay, what happened to my music? Yeah, let's see. What is April 7th current energy? April 7th current energy. You know what's so crazy? The video cut off, right? Right as I was about to start talking about the hidden energy. And so maybe someone wasn't able to see something about a lover. Maybe there's some deception here, right? Wouldn't be surprised. All right, April 7th. One more for your current energy, or is that it? We getting one more, or is that it? Bottom of the deck, mediator. Gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in professional and personal life. Respect for both sides of an argument. Shadow attribute. Negotiating with an ulterior motive or hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. So somebody was going back and forth with something, trying to balance something. There's 3 people on this card, right? Enslaved, surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust, giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear, making your own choices. Somebody put a lot of trust into somebody and it didn't pan out. But you might have an opportunity here to fix your situation. Okay, passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. Compulsive, need to keep moving on. So maybe somebody is faced with a choice to work on something, break away from old shit, pass down beliefs that came from family, or they're gonna stick with the bullshit, right? Talent, father, talent for creating and supporting life, positive guiding light within a tribal unit. Like I said, somebody was a part of something. Maybe whatever ideals or belief was passed down from this father to child. Dictatorial control, abuse of authority. Okay, like I said, so, and destroyer. Releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for new life. Intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. So somebody is definitely realizing that some shit is not right in their life anymore. And they're, you know, coming to a point where they're gonna have to decide. Sorry for all the interruptions. Nothing is a coincidence. But yeah, I'm sensing addictions, I'm sensing codependency, I'm sensing poor judgment, I'm sensing too many people in the pot. Okay. What is the situation for April 7th? People, what's the situation? What's the situation? Rude Boy, I heard Nicki Minaj say. Red will be the sleaze is the song. What is the situation for April 7th? Okay, we got High Priestess of Water, which speaks about spirituality, intuition. 4, maybe we're talking about a divine masculine not using his intuition, because 4 is Emperor. Let me have choices, and I can't make it up. Poor judgment, like I said. I don't know. What's the situation for April 7th? People, what's the situation? That's too many. Warrior, forbidden, hope, High Priestess of Earth has 3. So here's the divine feminine, right? A mother, she's gifted, right? Look at all that stuff in her head. That's her connection. So maybe they went to war with someone, or they did something that was forbidden, or maybe this divine feminine is a warrior. I don't know. Let's get one more. Thank you. Fragment. So somebody is going over 2 different people's stories and they're still missing information. 15, 6, about a partnership. So we got 4, 46, and 15. Something is right in front of their face with this invisible card. Okay? Something was hidden. Somebody was stuck in their ways. They were... Okay, so the issue here with someone is that the problem actually is that they're rigid. Maybe they don't have confidence, or maybe they didn't have the confidence to stand up to something or fight for something, and they let it go because they was in denial, right? And they didn't spend time alone with themselves enough to admit that they were in love. And we got 6 again, High Priestess of Air. Belonging, the moon, beauty, focus, risk, cycles, chaos. All right, so somebody thought that they belonged somewhere where they wasn't, and they didn't belong there because there's a lot of illusions, right? But they were blinded by beauty. They thought because this is what they was looking at, right? And they was focused on it, or somebody was focused on them, right? Somebody, a creature of the night was focused on them, I don't know. And they took this risk, you know? They was focused on this beautiful thing and they took this risk, and they ended up in a cycle that brought a bunch of fucking chaos to them. It sucks, yo. I'm sorry for whoever this is. Okay, let's get more on this situation. What do I want to use? What do I want to use? Let's get more. Can I have some more information? Can I get, how I'm gonna do this? I'm gonna do it like this. Okay, what is the High Priestess of Water for April 7th, people? High Priestess of Water. High Priestess of Water, please. Walking away.